each year, I set aside some time to reflect on the past year and plan for the next. I found doing a year-end self-reflection is a valuable ritual that helps me cultivate gratitude, increase awareness, gain clarity, and be intentional about what's next for my business and for myself personally. I thought I'd share with you my annual year-end practice so that you might learn from your past, plan for your future, and become a better leader with the same kind of thoughtful intention. First, I look back on the past year. I go through each month and identify anything, events, people, projects of significance, and then I ask myself a few questions. What am I most grateful for? What am I most proud of? What did I learn? What or who influenced me the most? And what would I have done differently if given the chance? This provides a good assessment of how I did in the past year. To assess what I did, I ask myself what were my biggest accomplishments and what were my biggest challenges. I write all my answers down and then look at them through the lens of my personal purpose statement and core values, so I can determine if and how I've lived them out. Then I spend a few moments getting closure on the past year. This is something that I learned from my friend and colleague Steve Morris, author of The Beautiful Business. He taught me to think about what I need to confess, forgive, or let go of before I move on. I then turn my attention to the coming year and go through 3 questions. 1, how do I want to be different on December 31st of next year versus how I am today? What kind of impact do I want to have in the coming year? And who do I need to connect with and collaborate with to fulfill my purpose and move me and my business forward? I answer these questions primarily from the perspective of my role as a business leader, but of course, personal, emotional, social, and spiritual factors tie in as well. I look at my answers and determine what it will take for me to accomplish what I've laid out. And then I set goals for the new year using the SMART acronym of specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. I end my year reflection time by identifying a word or phrase to define or symbolize the year ahead. And then I use this word or phrase to stay centered throughout the next year. You know, we spend a lot of time and energy doing business reviews, making annual business plans, and setting business goals. It's just as important to do this for ourselves so that we can be better, more effective, more inspiring, and more inspired leaders.